such a shame in a way that Loren's family couldn't be here. They're in the Philippines, and to get relations from the Philippines to this country is very, very difficult these days. So I'm very sad that none of their family could be here. But I'm sure they're here in spirit anyway. For those who've come a long way, I'd like to make a special thanks to Heidi, who's come all the way from Switzerland, Zurich in Switzerland, and for people from as far away as Hertfordshire, Wiltshire, Oxfordshire, and even the far-flung extents of Dorset. Just thank you all very much. I'm sorry so few could attend the actual ceremony itself, but we were limited to only 10 guests. It probably came as a very big shock to you all that I, at my age, should consider doing what I've done now. But I'm sure I have made the right decision.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I have a beautiful wife. She looks absolutely stunning. It just makes me think I must have done something right in my life at some time to deserve so much special. Thank you, Ron. People may ask if the age gap has had any effect on our relationship. Well, since meeting Loren, I've had to go to the gym. So I've lost many, many years. I'm very much younger than I used to be. Yeah. You're probably wondering how I met Loren, or some of you. Well, it happened on a boat trip when I went to Malaysia for a 2-week holiday. We stopped over in Singapore. And on the way back, we stopped there for 2 days. And on my last day in Singapore, I decided I'd take a boat trip down the Singapore River, just having seen a ferry ready to take off from there. So I booked the ticket, and then I saw these 2 lovely girls appear, taking photographs of each other. It was at that point I introduced myself as a photographer and offered to help them out. And we chatted on the boat down the river, and then exchanged telephone numbers and email addresses from then on. And then I thought that was it. But when I came back to England, I realised that I couldn't get her out of my mind. And we continued our liaison on Facebook and instant messenger. And it became serious enough that after I'd returned, it became serious enough that I would go to the Philippines and spend a month there. So, to meet Loren and her cousin. But I also suggested that Chris, my brother, should come with me as well, just to make sure I didn't do anything stupid. So,
which you didn't.
well,
Is that a good move?
Not that I know of.
But Chris and I had an absolutely fabulous time in the Philippines. It's a time I shall absolutely never forget. It was wonderful. We then returned from the Philippines, and then within 5 days of my getting back, I began to pine a bit, and I was on the internet to Loren, and she happened to be on instant messenger at the time. So I made a proposal to her, and as a result, she accepted. She had her elder sister with her, who effectively gave permission for the process to go ahead, and that sort of gave me the green light. So we then arranged that I should go out to the Philippines one more time to help arrange a fiancé visa to get her back into the UK, which is no easy matter. It's really an obstacle course. It's really quite something. But so I spent another 3 weeks in the Philippines with her, helping her with a visa. She eventually got her visa in end of September, and she was back in this country by mid-November. So, I say back, she was able to enter this country course, her timing was such that she's now experienced the coldest December in this country, having come from one of the hottest countries in the world. So that came as quite a shock. But despite the cold, she said she found the cold exciting, and the snow particularly so.
Yeah.
It was very bad.
Crazy.
So I think that sort of sums up really what I want to say about how I met Loren. Chris, my brother, has made a video of the ceremony, and I think it's been taking lots of films here. So that will probably go on YouTube. So if you care to do a search sometime under our names, or Cumberland Hotel or something like that, you'll probably find us on YouTube. Particularly like to thank Graham for contributing to the drinks vouchers for anybody who wants to go up to the bar, and that's valued up to £4 per drink, I think. So that'll provide you with a bit more alcohol if you need it.
It's valid until midnight tonight.
Finally, I'd like to thank my best man for performing his duties as providing the ring and transport as well, and being a big support to me today. Thank you, John. Also, thanks to my two brothers, Graham and Chris, for all their support for the wedding and the marriage. I'm sure both have taken Loren deeply to their hearts. Okay, that sums up all I would like to say. Now, there's someone here, my best man, who I was best man for about 50 years, no, 40, 45 years, anyway, 48 years ago. So maybe, John, you have a few words that you'd like to say.
Thank you. To be a best man, he specifically said that he didn't want any speeches. So I'm not going to do a speech, I can assure you. But I think the best man traditionally has to, has the privilege of proposing the toast to the bride and groom. But just before that, it does occur to me that there's just one or two little things that the new Mrs. Rees ought to know. Just one or two little things.
I think so,
Because
yeah.
Peter has this image of being totally law-abiding, upright citizen, highly organised, efficient, and I'm sure he is normally, but he does have the occasional lapse. So I thought that I was really compelled, obliged, in fact, to let Mrs. Rees share one or two of these little things. Firstly, I first slept with Peter about 52 years ago. We slept together, may I say, for about a year, continuously. Although not, may I say, in the biblical sense. Peter and I both went to Farnborough, as what was then called a student apprentice. And the accommodation provided was all in double rooms, and so but with single beds. And so I can truly say that I did sleep with Peter for about a year. He did snore. I don't know whether he still does.
You'll hear his brother.
What really? But anyway, as I say, not in the biblical sense. Then secondly, law-abiding. Well, I don't know. I do recall that we'd only been at Farnborough about, I think, 3 or 4 days when Peter was picked up by the local constabulary and held in prison overnight. Now, I don't know whether that's on his criminal record. If it is, whether that would have had anything to do with being given a marriage certificate, I don't know. But I might add that I was also in prison on that night as well. It turned out to be the week that we went to Farnborough turned out to be the whitewash and brushes. And I believe that Peter was taken into custody for changing the decor of the local post office, wasn't it, Peter?
Good effort.
I did nothing quite as bad as that. I was just painting no entry signs on all 4 rows of cottages. But we were let out with a caution, except that next day we had to go out with scrubbing brushes and, remove the signs of our misdemeanours. But I think ever since then he's been pretty law-abiding. And then thirdly, and Peter reminded me of this himself, this thing about efficiency and organisation. Now, I've had a fairly easy run today, providing the transport. We had a reserved parking space at the town hall, and we've got a reserved parking space here. Dead easy. But Peter was the best man at my wedding, and he told me today that he carefully organised everyone into taxis at the church, and suddenly realised when the last taxi had gone, or the last car had gone, that he was standing there, miles from the venue of the reception, with no transport. And, I'm told, Peter, you actually had to get a bus to meet you. And so Peter turned up at the reception a little bit late by bus. Well, there you are. I think that's all I really wanted to say. I hope that's, not put your mind at rest, Loren, but at least give you another insight into Peter. And so I think now it simply falls to me to propose a toast to the bride and groom. So would you all be upstanding, please? And raise your glasses to the bride and groom.
Bride and groom. Steady.
And the next one, you have a home and you don't get anything. You get your travel allowance, but nothing for the time. So where she was promised a full-time job, at times she was doing 20 hours a week. And yet she was travelling from here, there, and what have you. So parents said, yes,